Drum hooks, what do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out. Alright, so we're going to talk about how to write a drum hook. Yes, and if you don't know what a hook is, it's usually the musical idea that hooks you into listening to more of the song. For me, a song like Pumped Up Kicks, the bass line was the thing that caught my attention. But it can be anything from the chorus, a vocal line, a guitar riff like in Seven Nation Army, or perhaps it is the drum beat like in this song right here. The drum hook can be as simple as the beat itself. Or it could even be a drum fill that brings you into the song with full intensity. Whatever it happens to be, the drum hook is immediately identifiable to the song itself. Look no further than Mr. Ringo Starr, who I would say is the king of writing drum hooks because his drum parts and his drum fills stand out as much as other parts of the song do. Check out a couple examples, like in She Loves You, Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. Or perhaps that slippery, slimy intro in Come Together. The list for drum hooks that Ringo Starr has created just keeps going. Another great drum hook writer that you can take examples from is Dave Grohl, who has some of the most iconic drum intros of all time. And everyone knows that one of Dave's biggest influence, perhaps his biggest influence on the drums,
is Mr. John Henry Bonham.
So there are tons of drummers that you can look up to for inspiration, for trying to come up with your own unique ideas. But what is it that makes a drum hook? Well, I think simplicity is the key. It's got to be simple enough for people to remember, for people to sing back, for people to, when they hear it, associate that part of the music with the song itself. For example, We Will Rock You. Everybody in the world can play that. All you have to do is stomp twice and clap once. So one aspect of this drum hook could possibly be the fact that we can interact with that musical part. Take, for example, the guitar riff in Blister in the Sun. Originally, when that song was written, the spaces in the guitar riff were left open, but drummer Victor De Lorenzo, he filled in those spaces with 2 snare flams with brushes, and the result ended up being that everybody claps in that space whenever they hear that song at a sporting event. But how do we create our own drum hooks? Part of that, I think, is just improvising, just playing on the drum set. If you're still watching at this point, perhaps that beat I played at the beginning of the video hooked you in. That's just something I came up with when I thought in my brain, drum hook. What's something catchy that I can play on the drums? Catchy is the key word. Like I said, you got to be able to sing it back or hear it again somehow. And when I first started playing drums, most of what I would do is just make up my own beats. Beats that sounded like this. You know, things like that. And the purpose behind that, or the thinking behind that, was that I just wanted to play something unique that I haven't heard before. Drum beats that no one else has played. Not necessarily that they're impossible, but just certain patterns that haven't been constructed yet. And there are dozens of possibilities, even if it's just the slightest change in something like putting a hi-hat opening in a place that you wouldn't have normally expected it. So experiment with just moving the backbeat, opening and closing the hi-hat in different parts, and kick drum placement. Kick drum placement is a huge one, but again, keep it simple enough that people can remember what you're doing, all right? And if you have any questions, please leave a comment, all right? This video is for you, the composer at heart, whether you're making beats on your computer or on your drum set. As always, be sure to like and subscribe for more epic musical content. But in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.